to the CODELIFE Podcast with me, Carl Beach, and my great mate, Nathan Blackerby.
Hello, mate.
Hello, mate. So it's been a week since we were last together. It's very cold.
It's worth saying, I've got the same jumper on, I think, as the other podcast. I just like this jumper.
I think I've got the same t-shirt on, but I put this top on to avoid people thinking I don't change my t-shirt. But what I did do, I went through a little season of cutting out aggravation in my life. Because you know I'm spinning a lot of plates.
Yeah.
I've all got a lot going on.
Yeah.
But I thought I can't be bothered to get up in the morning and decide what to wear.
Right.
So I went on a well-known online retailer and ordered 5 of the same t-shirt.
Did you really?
Same colour.
All the same?
Yeah, same colour.
That's interesting.
A few pairs of jeans, same colour.
Yeah.
Do you know what it does?
What?
Saves me time. Get out of bed, have a shower, get the same t-shirt and jeans on. Fresh every day.
I don't have to think about it.
No, and I did it at a conference. I was there all Edgefest. You know, Edgefest. You're on the team, aren't you?
Yeah.
We did, every morning I got up, put the same t-shirt on, and someone took me aside and went, "Didn't you bring any other clothes with you?" I went, "No, it's just all the same."
Fresh.
So I realised I was looking stinky, but I was fresh.
Yeah. I quite like that. I'd go white V-neck t-shirt with a nice hoodie, like zipper.
Yeah, mine was blue, dark blue, and a pair of dark jeans, a pair of trainers.
Just works, doesn't it?
Yeah. The other thing I really like, though, I mean, I'm not doing that anymore. The other thing I like in life is a fresh pair of socks.
New socks.
New socks.
Yeah.
You know that feeling?
Yeah.
Like going out for the evening.
Yeah.
You have a shower, put you off.
It's a game changer.
And that feeling of putting on a fresh pair of socks.
Yeah.
They're little life hacks. Because it makes you, there's something about a
fun.
fresh pair of socks makes you feel really good.
Yeah.
I mean, man, it's simple choices, simple life. Don't need much.
Fresh socks.
Don't need much. Ferrari, motorbike.
I'd love a
Fresh
Ferrari.
pair of socks.
It's the running costs.
Yeah, and like I'd be worried about scratching it.
Yeah.
Imagine the first time you got a little ding on your Ferrari. It's like,
Trouble is for
you
you.
take a mortgage out, wouldn't you?
Well, the trouble is for you as well. You tend to you're still on the preaching circuit, so turning up in the old what could it be? I don't even know the names anymore. Ferrari.
I don't know. California.
California.
That is horrible, isn't it? Ferrari, California.
What about the La Ferrari?
Yeah.
Imagine turning up in Dagenham to speak.
Oh, mate. Because I spend a lot of my time in quite, deprived contexts.
Yeah.
And I'll razz up in a Ferrari with a fresh pair of socks on.
Those trousers that stop high,
Yeah.
so you can see how fresh those socks are.
I think, just having mentioned Edgefest, I will just talk about that briefly, because we set this thing up. Here we go. And it is like the gathering, but for families. Saturday the 3rd to Friday the 9th of August on Taunton Racecourse. And it's Bible teaching, fun stuff, loads of kids. I mean, your kids went, you went.
Yeah.
I mean, you're on the leadership, so you're going to be biased. But
Well,
what do you make
the
of it?
thing is, I was just going to try and find one to hold up to the cameras. Don't forget we're on YouTube, people can tune in. Yeah, so I went with my family, and my wife really enjoyed being there, and it was great for my kids actually. The youth stuff was amazing. And my daughter, who's 11, so she had this bit of a God encounter. And one of the speakers there was talking about a swimming pool idea where some people are in the shallow end, some people are in the deep end, some people are just sort of walking around the edge.
Yeah.
And she kind of pictured herself in that, and for various reasons she was at a place in that swimming pool, and she decided she wanted to go into deeper water. And it was a really lovely thing, and she, spoke to me and my wife Jen and said, "Oh, I recommitted my life." And
come on!
So that was amazing for
Beautiful.
us, because we tell her about Jesus and pray, and we talk God into her life, but it's her choice.
Yeah.
And seeing her playing and hanging out with kids her age for the summer holiday, it was just a week. It was a really special week.
It was a special week actually all round, and we saw people coming to Christ. Which is evangelistic, obviously, but it's Bible teaching stuff for the Christians as well. Full on programme all through the day for youth and kids, and lots of free time. We describe it as a bit like Butlins meets new wine, because we pegged the price down. We even give a bunch of free places away to people who can't afford it, and it's bursary schemes. And we had people there, coming out of places who had never had holiday before and then coming to Christ. So
amazing.
But it's for all people of all all shapes and sizes and backgrounds. But
fatties, thinnies. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. I was going to say something.
Yeah, I saw you thinking it.
I tell you, man. Anyway, I've lost a couple of stones since then, so I was talking about myself. And of course the other thing is we have got the gathering coming up. Which has got 1,700 people booked in already. Amazing. I think we're going to shoot past 2,500 hopefully this year. For those of you who have not been to the gathering, it's Top Gear meets Songs of Praise. And it's a big
It's the grand tour, isn't it now? Meet Songs of Praise.
Yeah, that's it. Grand Tour meets Songs of Praise.
So are you Jeremy Clarkson and I'm more Hammond?
I think probably. Do you think?
Yeah. We haven't got a May, have we?
Is that Pincher?
Oh, of course it is.
Pincher's May, isn't he?
Yeah, Pincher. He listens to these.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
Pincher's James May.
Driving slow. Well,
no, because he does
ticket occasionally.
Yeah, no, but he does like James May does all the retro stuff.
Oh yeah, of course he does.
Steve's got a Capri and an old V-dub band.
Yeah,
He's
the
got
trio.
shaggy hair unless he's seen his mum when he gets a haircut.
Once a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. And you're Clarkson, outspoken, a little bit.
I've been known. I prefer to describe it as honest.
Yeah. Have you seen the new Grand Tour?
I have.
Second season's out.
No, I've not. I went to watch the first one.
Right.
Then my wife Karen walked in the room. She said, I'm not watching that. Right. And I said, you like it, you laugh. But then the moment had gone.
It is quite entertaining.
So I might watch it tonight. You're over tonight?
I'm over tonight.
We got to watch a film, don't it?
We do like a bit of action.
We like an action movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's fair to say, on the scale of masculinity, now we accept the CVM. We don't just accept, we know that there is a broad spectrum of masculinity.
That's what we're told.
Yeah. So, I rejoice in where I sit on the spectrum of masculinity, which is towards meathead.
Yeah.
Cliche.
Yeah.
But dabble in a few artistic gentle things.
Yeah. So I've got something I want to share on this.
Go on.
I was talking to someone the other day, and what he said impacted me.
Yeah.
He said we're in a culture where men are encouraged to share their emotions, come on, let it go. Where men are encouraged to, really being in touch with
the feminine. The inner feminine side.
Yeah, that ability to share.
That's not a fair comment. Can't call it feminine.
No, you can't.
That's not even right. I apologise for that. In touch with their sort of gentle emotions. What is emotion?
Well, they've developed.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I felt hungry once.
It was emotional.
Yeah.
No, what I was saying was.
Sorry, mate.
What this guy was saying to me, he said that men are now encouraged to be more in touch with their emotions and develop the skill set to express their emotions competently. Okay.
And
he said that is celebrated and that is seen as a really important thing for men to do. And what we've started to do is look at men that suppress emotion as a negative thing.
Right.
And actually, what we do is we say, "Oh, you're having trouble showing your emotions, you're suppressing it," and that's a negative thing in our culture. Okay. He was saying that's wrong. He said we need to be able to celebrate and see that men who can suppress emotion is also a skill set. It's also just as valuable as a bloke who's expressing emotion.
What we do is we celebrate the people who are emotional or let it all out, unless there's a war.
Then you need the blokes that don't.
Yeah, exactly. Then suddenly we have heroes again.
Because he did reference that. He did say, "What about when you're on the front line?"
And I know there's PTSD and all that stuff, and that is well established.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing it, but sometimes you've got to apply extreme discipline, and you've got to overcome your feelings to get a job done. Sometimes you have difficult meetings. You've got to get the job done. Sometimes you have to make tough decisions.
Police attending a roadside crash.
Exactly.
You don't sit there crying. You say, "I've got to get a job done. Let's clean this up."
Yeah. I've been in meetings before where people started getting a bit weepy. I'm like, this is not the time.
You've got to suppress the emotion. But that's not a negative thing. That's not a wrong thing. Yeah. It's a skill set that we've learned. Yeah. Like a baby just cries, it expresses emotion.
But we need, we need it all. So let's not swing the pendulum so far that we can't have those people who are able to tough it out when it's needed. Because what I am seeing is a collapse of the ability to contain stress and pressure in the moment when you need to. Controversial thoughts,
but valid. Here's an interesting
100%
thought.
valid.
Here's an interesting thing. In 1804,
Yeah.
the population on the planet was 1 billion.
Yeah.
215 years later,
Yeah.
we've added 6.7 billion.
We need another plague, don't we?
We need a Spanish flu. Black plague to sweep through.
It's all too much, isn't it?
Do you
Can't
know
get
what?
a parking space anymore. Even struggled at the office this morning.
I will survive that though. I'm telling you now.
You got.
I'm a little
You got
prepper.
the antibiotics in.
I'm a little.
Are you prepper?
Listen, this is a big thing. We could talk a lot on this.
No.
But when the world spirals into decay,
Mate,
which
if we
is
run out of
could
food,
happen,
there'll be blood in the streets within 24 hours.
yeah, I won't be trying to hoard money. I'll be hoarding vitamins.
Antibiotics, vitamins.
I think I can survive on vitamins.
And I think apples. You can live off apples.
Yeah.
And rice pudding. Long life.
With that skin on top.
I went round I'll let you a little secret.
Go on.
I can't tell anyone though.
I'll keep it.
I went round someone's house once.
Hmm.
And he said, I want you to come into my garage. You know what I mean? In his garage was decked out with all these secure, like, anti-breaking cupboards and shelving and drawers. And he pulled it open, there were racks and racks and racks of pills,
We've been prepping.
custard,
Batteries.
rice pudding, everything. Iodine for water. And I said,
Really?
what's that about? And he went, mate, this nation has got like a couple of days worth of food if we get cut off.
Yeah.
He said there will be an apocalypse and I'm prepped. So
Mate.
he said,
He's not alone.
no, it's out there, isn't it?
But you-
They were selling Brexit packs, weren't they? 300 quid Brexit packs in case we ran out of toilet rolls and it
Really?
kicked off. Yeah, I think it's just someone being opportunistic. I've got a Brexit pack.
But have you seen, obviously, we record these a couple of weeks in advance,
Mm.
the situation in Venezuela at the moment.
Yeah,
Chaos. And, you know, civilization is breaking down.
Bad, and that was going to happen there. I mean, it's
No.
we ain't going to get political, but that
No.
Venezuela was going to melt down.
It's a mess, isn't it?
Failed Marxist experiment. I think, as far as I'm aware, I don't know a huge amount about it. I read a little bit about it, but yeah. Well, these are interesting.
We need
interesting
wisdom.
Times.
We need wisdom.
Wisdom, and we need rice pudding.
Where do we go for wisdom, brother?
The Proverbs. So, Proverbs. We thought we'd do a little analysis of some of the Proverbs, and there's a lot of wisdom books out there. You know, I've got one book on myself, the Sayings of Marcus Aurelius,
Really?
Roman Emperor.
Nice.
It's featured at the start of Gladiator.
Yeah.
He's that old actor who died.
Yeah.
I don't know it down that much, does it?
It's good,
But
though.
so
love
he
that
was a
film.
wise man and wrote loads of sayings.
Mm.
Then you got the sayings of Machiavelli, or
Yep.
you got the art of war, and like there are books of lists of wise sayings. But I
Yeah.
thought, what better to go to than the Book of Wisdom, which is the Word of God, and we're both here with our NASBs.
CASB.
Oh yes,
Christian. CSB.
Christian Standard Bible.
Christian Standard Bible.
NASB.
I need a podcast voice. A podcast voice.
I've got a podcast voice. I talked about
Yeah,
that
last
didn't
week you told us. Well, that's today's podcast. Anyway,
Dark.
yeah, it's dark, it's moody, it's
we?
gravity.
I did that little video on Facebook.
Yeah.
And someone wrote underneath it, that voice belongs in Hollywood. Yeah, because that was me,
It's
podcast
dark.
voice, dark. Well, that's what my daughter said. She went, Dad, you got a podcast voice. What's it like? She went, dark.
Yeah. But we are performers.
You think?
turn
It's,
it
well, I'm being natural.
Oh.
That's my natural voice as amplified through the microphone.
Oh, right. I'm putting it on. Welcome to the CODELIFE Podcast with me, Phil Mitchell, my brother.
Go on.
Grant, and our mum Peggy.
Did you ever used to watch it?
Occasionally. But it was like in the era of Doc Cotton, the Mitchell brothers in the garage.
I'm going to be like years and years and years ago. Me mum put his tenders on years ago when like Anita Dobson was in it and all that. And the other fella.
Just came back.
Yeah.
Pat!
No, I know, Pat!
Ricky!
So
Janine! Get the fags!
Janine!
Look at this. We've spiked the old sound recording there.
So, but I've never been a fan. But there was one. If I ever heard the Emmerdale music come on, I'd waves of nausea sweep over me. I can't.
Coronation Street does that to me.
Because you
Even
know
now.
what? My life's like a soap opera. I don't need to watch them. Like one in a church, innit? It's like a soap opera.
Like Hollyoaks.
Yeah, my family's a soap opera. I mean, I don't need it.
Yeah. Come on then, take us through the Proverbs.
Well, written by Solomon and wise sayings. I mean, there's some we're going to avoid.
Why is that? Just because we can't be bothered?
Well,
or
there's one that says it's better to live on the corner of the roof of your house than be inside with a nagging wife.
It's not touching.
I ain't going there. It is in the Word of God, but I ain't even going to reference it.
Let God explain that one.
No.
Yeah, we're not touching
Far
that.
too controversial. I mean, we are brave men.
Yeah.
We'll talk about marriage at some point.
Yeah.
But I ain't going there today.
Not today.
So how about this? Let's. I picked out 5. Then I thought if we got time, we could do a random. Let's let's talk about that one. So here's one. Proverbs 15:10. Stern discipline awaits anyone who leaves the path. The one who hates correction will die.
I've got here, just to chuck in another version. Discipline is harsh for the one who leaves the path. The one who hates correction will die. Discipline. We talk a lot about discipline.
So, referencing that to the New Testament, Matthew 7 talks about the narrow gate and the narrow path. Let me just get that up here. So, I've actually got this highlighted.
Brilliant, mate. Oh, you've used the Crayola
twisters.
If you are listening, we do try and give the references, so you might want to follow on in your Bible as well and take notes, because it can help. What are you looking for, mate?
I was just... Hold on.
Oh, he's going into the moleskin bag. And oh, no, it's not the moleskin. It's the... Oh, no, it is, yeah.
So I thought I'd just show me setup on YouTube.
Yes, yeah.
So this is... I have a little... And then this goes with me everywhere. Look at that.
That's nice, sir.
Yeah, so I've got me Pigma Micron pen, .005.
You don't write in that Bible, though, do you?
Occasionally. I might line things. And the Crayola twisties.
Which don't bleed through, which is what we're using.
Yeah, and great highlighters. So, and this pretty much goes to me everywhere, because I do read the word quite a lot. And as you know, and occasionally I'm reading it, people think, I need to highlight that. So, I don't know, it's distracting. Matthew 7:13, enter through the narrow gate, for the gate is wide and the way is broad that leads to destruction. And he's not holding back.
Read that again, mate.
Enter through the narrow gate, for the gate is wide and the way is broad that leads to destruction, and there are many who enter through it. But the gate is small and the way is narrow that leads to life, and there are few who find it. So, in other words, you give your life to Christ, you surrender to Christ, you have gone through the narrow gate. Then you stay on a narrow path. But the issue then is, it ain't all roses. To stay on a narrow path requires discipline and being rooted in God's promises. Now, I've dealt with over the years as a pastor and leader many people who have strayed off the path. Now, the proverb here says, stern discipline awaits anyone who leaves the path. The one who hates correction will die. Now, here's what I've noticed. Like, a bloke doesn't just get up in the morning and think, I'm going to have an affair with my neighbour.
No.
What he does, it's a process by which he gradually treads down the edge of the path and he blurs the lines. So the account in 2 Samuel where David is eyeing up Bathsheba from the balcony and then says, I want her. My suspicion is, and I'm just extrapolating, that David was a lusty bloke, he was a warrior, fighter, and he was in touch with his emotional side, he was an artist and a musician, all of that. I think what he did was, over time, numb and blunt the edge. So he didn't just get up on the balcony and think, oh, I'll have her, and I'll commit murder and I'll have a kid with her. I think what he did was he gradually took himself to that place. He gradually numbed and blunted his senses and numbed and blunted the presence of God. So a bloke don't get up and say, I'm gonna have a Bathsheba moment. What he does is, like, his humour goes off on one a little bit, or he starts thinking about sex a bit.
It's very subtle, isn't it?
Yeah, he just like, then he starts justifying his behaviour a little bit, flirts a little bit in the office, and he justifies it. And so the narrow path becomes wider, or you lose where the edge is.
Yeah.
And you only need to go 1 degree off course for many years, and you're miles and miles off course. So I like a plane flying from Heathrow to say Seattle, 2 degrees off course, can be hundreds of miles off target by the time it gets there over that distance. And I think you look around the end, you don't even know where the path is. You've forgotten there was a path. So you're suddenly on a multi-lane highway. You're stuffed, and you've lost all moral sense. So in here it says stern discipline awaits anyone who leaves a path. Sometimes the discipline is God will hand you over to your desires. Yeah.
With the intention to get you back on the narrow path.
I think so.
Not as a destruction intention.
No.
Because with Israel, Old Testament, it always seemed to be about, this is going to happen, and then when you come back to me, the relationship's restored.
Yeah.
But it was a method of get you back on the
painful.
narrow path. Yeah.
Like getting that being disciplined by the Lord is painful. But so stay on a narrow path.
Yeah.
And how do you stay on a narrow path? You stay on a narrow path by having good accountability, rooted in the Word of God, sticking close to His promises, being in church, worshipping.
Yeah.
You know, I'll go through a tough time. Do you know what I do? I'll whack old school worship on. I'm a bit old school.
You read the hymns as well, don't you? You love the old hymns.
Yeah, I've got my hymn books down in my little snug, and but I've got this thing called allworship.com. It's like $5 a month. And it's all types of worship from Bethel to the old school stuff.
Right.
And I have it a lot in the background, a lot.
Yeah.
Leave it on for the dog sometimes.
Yeah, she likes it, doesn't
she? She does. She keeps it calm. The old thing. But I do have.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Lots of ways of keeping you on the path, isn't it? There's lots of ways, and that's without talking about fellowship, brotherhood, getting together.
All of that, yeah.
Because I twice a month I sit round a fire with 6 blokes, and we do that. We just talk
Twice a month.
Twice a month.
That's big.
And we just talk faith, life, what's going on, and then the WhatsApp's buzzing every day with
that's good,
them guys asking for prayer, and
that's good, yeah.
But it does keep it going.
Yeah.
Keeps you on the narrow path.
Even us doing this and hanging out in the evening, a bit of food.
Yeah.
Doing a lovely bit of the stir fry. I'm going to do egg fried rice, chicken. Homegrown, lovely. I do like cooking.
You're a good. I think it's more about your mastering of the ingredients.
It's all about the flavours.
That's your chefing skill.
Yeah, I'm a flavours guy.
You're a master of the flavours.
Yeah. Rich.
Because what did we have last week? Chili.
Spaghetti
bolognese.
Yeah, spag bowl, classic spag bowl.
Got it damage jump and everything. It was amazing.
Yeah, it wasn't just a spag bowl, was it?
No, that was quality.
Yeah, man.
That was one of the nicest spag bowls I've ever had.
Come on, mate.
Because I didn't tell you going into it, I don't really like it. No. I wanted to try it, see what you got, and it was quality actually.
Yeah, would you have it again?
Converted me. Oh yeah.
There you go.
But the secret was steak mince.
Steak mince.
Normally
flavourings.
Cheap lean mince.
Garlic, a little bit of chilli, a little bit of stock. You know.
We had a little garlic bread, didn't we?
A little lovely little garlic flatbread.
I'm getting hungry now.
Oh, me too. I knocked us up a little pad thai. We've got that for lunch. Yeah, show the fellas.
I can see it. I'll get it.
I've got fresh coriander on it.
This is why you need to tune into the YouTube.
Yeah.
We might have to stop the video. I want to eat this now. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that. Fresh coriander on top. That's it. Right. Here we go.
Oh, that smells like a Chinese restaurant.
No, mate.
You're not messing about,
No, homegrown, mate. Homemade. To answer before listening, that is folly and shame. Proverbs 18:13. What that's saying is, shut it.
Yeah.
Stop bumping your gums. Listen to people. Yeah. And they say it's folly and shame because you speak too soon in a meeting or in some difficult conversation, or the whole thing has not been unpacked.
Yeah.
Let people speak. It's as simple as that.
It is, and also be an active listener. It bugs me when you can see people who they're listening, but they're thinking about what they're going to say.
Yeah, they've got their answer before they finish speaking. I just did it to you.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you weren't listening. You were thinking about what you want to say.
So here's a top tip, just in general. When you walk into a room for a meeting, look for the person you think is wiser than you and listen to them. Surround yourself with wiser people and listen to them. Practice listening.
How do you spot those people?
Could be through experience. Could be through people you already know.
Get a feel for it, don't you?
Yeah, but there's some people you need to listen to. Wind your neck in and listen.
Yeah.
Listen to people younger than you, older than you. Everyone's got something to bring.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, I think surround yourself with people that you want to listen to. And listen to. But even the people you don't want to listen to, as Spurgeon who said, a wise person surrounds himself with his critics.
That's
Fool
interesting.
just says yes men.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot longer quote than that, but that's the paraphrase.
That's the better version.
Yeah. As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Proverbs 27:17. Well known.
Yeah.
But what does it mean for iron to sharpen iron? What does that look like?
I think in that instance, it for me anyway, it conjures up a picture of something abrasive, something strong, a hard edge. There's a friction, there's a tension. To me, you don't sharpen iron with iron by being gentle.
Yeah.
You sharpen iron by effort and force and friction, and not necessarily opposing forces, but there's a dynamic that's happening, isn't there?
Yeah.
And I think in friendship, or the way that would look in gaining wisdom and knowledge and insight, is actually when someone speaks truth, even though there's a cost to it, or when someone calls something out, when it would be perhaps easier to just, forget that. But actually, in that crucible of friendship, it's like, no, we're going to explore this.
We can talk honestly and direct to each other,
and we do,
call each other out and stuff.
Yeah, no,
that's sharpening, isn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly it. But there's a friction to it.
People get all precious about an honest word, don't they?
Yeah,
well, I like it.
Yeah, I guess it's how it's done. Maybe people's experiences have been, when honesty's been spoken, it's been done in a way of critical honesty or judgmental,
right.
And that's quite damaging. Whereas if someone's actually, you can see it pains them to say this, but here's the truth.
Most of the time, though, for myself,
yeah, go on.
If someone criticises me, even if it's toxic, most of the time I'm like, yeah, that's good, that.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of the time. I mean, sometimes things get under your skin a bit, don't they?
Yeah, they can find a way in.
But that's mostly around if someone's got the wrong idea about what my intentions, or there's an unjust.
That's your thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. But if it's like, you got a blind spot, mate, and it's this, I'm like, cool. But
I think that's two very different things. So if someone's calling out a blind spot in your life, it's because they know you quite well. Whereas I think the other one is what we often get on Twitter, which is this toxic kind of criticism of you, and you've been, or your ideas or what you've said has been totally misconstrued, and there's an implication that you represent or you stand for something that you actually don't.
Yeah, well, happens a lot.
And that's the bit that I think bothers us both. Is actually you don't know my intention, you don't know my heart, you don't know what the sacrifice has been.
No.
You don't know why I'm doing this. But yet you've called me out on something that's wrong.
And they're keyboard warriors sometimes, aren't they? The people who are not in the crucible, they're not in the arena.
They won't go toe to toe.
No, if someone's in the arena, then I tend to listen. If you're not, and you're hiding behind a keyboard, I don't.
Stay behind that keyboard.
Yeah, I'm not that bothered. Whatever.
No, I'm not bothered. But there is a.
It's toxic.
It's toxic.
It can get.
You have to shake it off, and if you don't,
particularly if they keep needling.
Yeah,
You've never sat down with me. You've not met my family. You don't know how I operate. Mute them.
We just mute them.
Mute them.
Block you.
It's terrible, isn't it? Social media. I'm going to ghost you.
Social media is a machine.
It is.
And on the subject of wisdom, actually, a lot of young people take to social media for their wisdom. Here we are with our Bibles in front of us, looking through Proverbs and saying, God, give us some wisdom.
Yeah, inquire of the Lord.
Young people, mate, they're on Instagram, TikTok, and they're saying, inform me, fill my life up. What is it I'm looking for? Why do I feel empty?
Yeah.
Don't turn to the Lord. That's what they're not doing.
Proverbs 16:3. All a person's ways seem pure to them. but motives are weighed by the Lord.
He's got the scales that matter, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's got the scales that matter. And what that's saying is, we all think we're right. We all think we're pure motive, but actually the Lord knows what's really going on. There's so much of our decisions and actions that are manipulative, aren't they?
Yeah, they are, and veneered up as good
godly
intention.
and holy
and that hurts as well, actually.
That's why I preferred to stay on this honest path, the honest straight chat, and I'll run at confrontation. I'll clear the decks quickly. You know, leave the rubbish on the floor.
Some people are wired for that though more than others. I think you are particularly wired for that.
Yeah.
Whereas it's something I've learned actually.
So you can learn it.
I think you can. I was you can definitely, because I wasn't that at all. And over time, my skin's got thicker. Heart's still soft, but I can take a lot more and want to deal with it head on.
Yeah. Tough-minded, I think I am, rather than even thick-skinned. You know, resilient.
I've seen your feet though. They're thick-skinned.
Like pterodactyl's feet. Don't they?
Do you run about like through the woods when you walk the dog with no shoes and socks on?
Mate, I'll harness it.
Is that how you condition them?
Yeah. Oh, rough. I do smooth them down every now and again, but I think a man's feet should be able to walk across broken glass without so much of a scratch.
Just ladder a pair of tights if they touch them. That sort of
the claws
coarse
of a pterodactyl mixed with a pig hoof.
Pig hoof.
Oh, beautiful feet, I've. Beautiful, a thing of beauty. They're masculine beauty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I could go out in any weather.
You still got that webbing between your toes?
Yeah, man. I'm like the man from Atlantis.
Aquaman.
Man,
Romford.
Patrick Duffy, man from Atlantis. It was before your time.
Did he have gills beyond the ears?
No, he used to have this special way of swimming and flipping his legs about.
Like that, like a dolphin.
It is all like that.
I've seen it. Fast as well.
Fast.
You're not messing about in the water.
No. Well,
Useful skill to have. That.
Yeah. No, as the Lord knows what's going on. A heart at peace gives life to the body, but envy rots the bones. Proverbs 14:30.
Toxic.
Basically, the flip side is you're envious and jealous. You're not at peace.
Yeah.
You're making comparisons. It's one of the most toxic things in the Christian world. I think is comparisons, jealousy and envy. For me, the only way out of it, if you've got that insecurity rise up, we all suffer from it.
Yeah.
Say good things about that person publicly.
Yeah.
Honour them, and it just dissipates.
Yeah.
It just goes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it corrupts the soul, and that's what he's saying. It'll rot you.
Yeah.
It just rots you,
Inside
envy
out.
and jealousy.
Yeah, it does.
Promote people above yourself. Surround yourself with people that are better than you, and acknowledge it.
Yeah. That's a humble path to walk, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It goes against our nature, that, because we want to be on top. We want to be recognised and praised and valued. And,
Yeah.
But if you're getting all of that from God and from an authentic relationship with Him, you don't need to top it up
No.
and experience what the world's offering.
Yeah.
It's wisdom.
Yeah. Last one. A gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. Proverbs 15:1. The gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. Now, interesting.
Yeah, that does work, that. I pulled up at a roundabout once. I cut a woman up in her car, early morning. On my way up to the office, I think.
On purpose?
No. It was actually a rare occasion where it was by accident. And I got in front of her by accident. She pulled up next to me, window came down.
Yeah.
She's screaming, like really screaming. I undid my window and I was listening to some worship music. I think it might have been Graham Kendrick. And I undid the window and I said to her, "I'm so sorry." I said, "That's my fault. I honestly didn't see you there. And that's my fault." And she went from Mrs. Very angry to just slightly angry. And almost smiled and drove away. Yeah. And I was amazed at that gentle word. I just apologised, or I could have met her with aggression, you know.
Yeah.
But it does work.
Yeah, soft word. Backpedal a little bit.
Yeah.
Wind your neck in.
Willing to take bit of ground.
Yeah, absolutely. I was once on an escalator going up the London Underground station, and I accidentally knocked someone's leg, and I went, "I'm ever so sorry," and he went, "You will be." That didn't work on that occasion. Oh no, it's all kicking off.
What happened? Did you just say?
I just looked at him and smiled and put my hands in a defensive position.
Got ready.
Got ready.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to. This is a psycho, but he just walked up.
You will be.
You will be. He said.
Tough guy.
Oh,
okay.
It's a bit strong, isn't it?
Have a nice day.
Yeah, but I've been in situations where I had people shouting at me, or
yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry about that. Because I had my neighbour once kicked off a cone. He was effing and jeffing a cone.
Yeah, I think you've told us that one.
Yeah, I bought him.
Didn't you go?
Gave him a pack of fondant fancies.
Yeah, pink ones.
Pink favourites.
Yellow's my favourite.
No.
Pink.
Slappy march.
With the back of the hand.
Yeah, no. Pink
Send
all
him
the
back
way.
to school.
I know what you're saying about the yellow ones, because it brings out a certain sweetness with a slight edge of the lemon.
I think so. I think that's what it is.
But I like a fondant fancy or a bit of confectionery to be so full of sugar it stings my throat. Like one of them Caramacs.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, rich, compelling.
Oh, yeah.
But see, my brother.
Creamy richness.
My brother used to be able to eat a packet of French fancies. You know, Ben.
Yeah.
He used to be able to eat a packet of French fancies.
No.
6 of them. He used to work night shift in a factory.
Oh, no.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom. 6.
No.
Yeah.
That's outrageous.
He got big doing it. It was a good title to have, though. If you're listening, Ben.
So there we go. The little snapshot of Proverbs, wisdom. And
I like that, mate.
Yeah, but get into it, fellas, and have conversations with your mates. I mean, in the men's group, get with your mates, read through some of them.
Yeah.
And talk about it, because it's how you stay sharp.
Because you can just dip in and out of this stuff, can't you?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. It's a go-to little book. So, job done.
Thanks for listening.
Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to spread it around on social media. Twitter, Facebook, it's available, listen all channels, but do spread the word to your mates and click subscribe and cheer us on. And if you see at Mr. Beatty on Twitter, or Nathan, yours is
Nathan Blackerby.
At Nathan Blackerby, ask us questions.
They're our tweet handles.
Hashtag CODELIFE Podcast or CODELIFE or the code, and we'll pick it up and we'll bring the questions into the podcast. So do that, and give us a follow and a subscribe. Thanks for listening.